The passion runs deep here in Norman, Oklahoma, or as they say, sooner born and sooner bred, and when I die, I'll be sooner dead. Welcome to Oklahoma and the home of the Sooners. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Sooners will boot it away to start the game. And he's going to run it back. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. They'll go to the ground. Space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Throws to the tight end. Got his man. Turns it on in midfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best. And this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. On second down, they'll take to the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Williams. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. Going to the draw. And the ball's on the ground. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
First down for this offense. Quarterback will audible. Comes out throwing on first down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to scramble. Grabbed behind the line, it's Barnes. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And here comes the offense on second down. The give from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab. It's Barnes. On the move at the 30. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Sooners have this offense rolling. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The Sooners are threatening in the red zone. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. Caught in the backfield, it's Barnes. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, it's Arnold. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He's going to run it. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The Sooners are threatening on first and goal. Trying to punch it in. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Here we go. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. Keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown loss. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He's going to bring it out from deep. He's got great speed. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
He'll bring it out. It's Bowman. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got him.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got to...
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bowman. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Sooners, ready to go on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor. And he intercepts it. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. To the air, it's Milroe. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Tide! And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bowman. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
There's an example of a dude getting beat one-on-one with his quarterback getting closer and closer to his end zone, man. That's scary.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Bowman. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Dropping back, it's Arnold. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half.
A shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bama. Alabama. Number 5. Here comes the 2-point try. Now on the move. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
I do like the play call offensively here. In a two-point situation, trust your quarterback to get it in, but this defense does such a good job rallying to the football, and they come away with no points on the two-point attempt.
Coming out with it, it's Bowman. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Sooner offense returns to the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to be...
Oh, look out! The 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown Sooner! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he tacks on the extra point. Still a lot of time to go here in the third quarter, but they want the ball back right now with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels.
Unleashes one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you could tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
This quarterback part of their running game. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. Alabama quickly back to the line. Quarterback keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Looking downfield, it's Arnold. Looking for space to the left. He'll get rid of it. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
Man, as a quarterback, you've got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
He's just Johnny on the spot. That now his 2nd interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Trying to get to him. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 here.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on them throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
Trying play action. Gets it out fast. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll try to run for it. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Coming after it. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Tempo and overdrive. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Moves away as he feels pressure. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Catch in the middle, it's Henderson. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period.
The end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Alabama 26, Oklahoma 14.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Now adjusting. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
Alabama, number 4, with the carry.
They'll line up to go for 2. Barrels ahead. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the...
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Alabama pushing the tempo. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And the stomping has commenced.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Trying to pound it in. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick.
Number 14, safety kick it away.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. Scanning the field, it's Arnold. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They'll throw it on first down. Going for it all. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a roller coaster on that play, Palmer. The defense gets the interception, and then he fumbles the ball trying to return it, but a heads-up play to fall on the football, and in the end, create the turnover.
It's amazing, David, because you know the defense practices getting turnovers. I don't know how often, though, they practice ball security. And they made that one interesting, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is to get the TO.
Going up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
He wants to take the top off. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. He'll just keep slinging it. Another incompletion on third down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Forced out of the pocket. He's looking on the right side. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Back to throw, it's Arnold. Buying some time. Looking down the left side. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And the ball is intercepted. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He'll let one go down the right side. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He'll try to take it back. And he was trying to chart a course on that pick for a pick six, but he'll be stopped at the 31.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Now the play fake. Getting some heat. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Milroe. He'll take the deep shot. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking deep. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, that's just bad.
Bad. Or, as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet. Move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
Now, I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
That's going to do it for us from here. This storied house has seen some of the game's greats. Boz, Bradford, Peterson, and Stoops. Welcome, everyone, to Norman, Oklahoma, and the Palace on the Prairie, home to the Oklahoma Sooners. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Sooners will put total leather to crank us up. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a line gets set, 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Gabriel. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
Second down after that incompletion. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On second down, looking again to throw. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Spits it out to the back. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And I'll tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing the turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
That's caught. It's Barnes. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's a reverse. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. That's caught. It's Barnes. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then
pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spinning it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out. It's James. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A first down for the offense. He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Power football with the run. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end.
That's the end of the first quarter. Oklahoma 7, Oregon 0.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. To the air, it's Gabriel. Looking to the big tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the catch, he's got enough. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Steps away. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Ferguson. At the 35, he's open. And he'll be brought down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's James. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They're going to throw it again. Quick strike complete. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to bully their way for the first.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Looking for a man. It's Gabriel. Snags it. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2. They kept that drive alive, but still ground to cover here on first down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time.
Looking for a huge play. Pulls it in on the right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. They'll line up for a second down play. Buys a little time with his feet. Going to try to get it himself. Really nice job by this sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down with the run.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards. And
makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense when the 3's coming soon.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for a man. It's Gabriel. They're bringing heat. Gets rid of it. Makes his connection.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. And the Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. From inside the 15, here's the return. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter. Trying to beat the D deep. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. Another big completion for the Sooners, and that's right in keeping with that legacy of great quarterbacks.
Just dudes that can spin it. The offense is always fun. It's always fast. There's a lot of things about Oklahoma that you can count on. And offense and great quarterback play is always one.
And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Now on 2nd down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Dances away. Fires on the move. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
Got it behind the line. It's James. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Gabriel. He's got his man. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
A lot of times the QB's going to drop back and try to make a big play, What's your safe option if nothing's there? Slip it to your running back. Let him catch it. Let him go get a first down for you.
The Ducks are flying down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Takes the easy completion. Running with power.
The pass on first down.
Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? To the ground to try to move the chains. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord family, Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another SEC rival, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Sooners will get us started with the opening kickoff. Going for the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looking for a productive play on first down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Line getting set on second down. Movement here from the tight end. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Keeps looking downfield. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give out of the gun. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Henderson. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Here comes the offense on second down. The back goes in motion. They'll give it to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown tie. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. Final play of the quarter coming. They'll throw it on first down. Dances away to buy time. Got out of trouble and throws. The sure hands, it's Barnes.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 7, Oklahoma.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To throw, it's Arnold. Looking for an open area to his left. Lets it fly. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back. Went up top on second down. That leaves him needing a yard here on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He unleashes a long one. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, going to the air. Caught, close to the marker, it's Burks. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires on the move. He makes the catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Dances away from the heat. Got a man, it's Barnes. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Heaves it deep. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking to throw, it's Milroe. He's got him along the sidelines, and the foot is clearly down for the catch, and they'll move the chains. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Across the 25, he's got room. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bama! An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away.
Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Alabama! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick 6, and then your offense gets the 2-point conversion. Wow.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the 2nd quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Fires toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Arnold. And they got him for the sack.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's moving out of the pocket. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And they're going to try to convert on 4th down. 1 for 2 so far today.
Well, you got to love that if you're on defense, because you were able to affect the quarterback with pressure, and you only rushed 3 guys.